So, about 3 years ago, I was already what you would consider successful. I had my own business, had customers, I was making money, I had a decent physique, I had a girlfriend, a beautiful girlfriend to say, and I had a car, an apartment, and lots of things. But the thing was, and I think that this is what I was missing, I was so unhappy. I was miserable. Uh, I actually didn't want to be alive fully. I had days where I didn't want to get out of bed. And I feel like this is what a lot of people feel. This is what you might feel as well. That on the outside, things look great and you technically should be happy. But what happens in reality is your body, your soul, your heart, they feel that something is wrong. They feel like something is missing, like that this is not the life you were meant to live. And they slowly whisper that to you. First, they start small. They say little things, but they don't speak a language like you and I. They give you signs. You feel like you are not engaged in whatever you are doing. You feel like you are just going through the motions. You don't feel satisfaction when you are doing certain things. So they keep whispering to you slowly, hey, you don't have energy for stuff, right? You feel this fear or anxiety. This is all your heart and your soul telling you stop, telling you no. But I didn't listen to it. I was just grinding, right? That's the funny word. I was locked in, going after it, developing my life, developing my business, developing my physique, and just completely ignoring my soul, my heart, and all of that, and ignoring my happiness. And uh, I had days where I would go back and I would go to sleep hoping that the next day I feel alive. I feel like it's okay, like it's going to be positive. And then I would wake up the next day and nothing changed. And I still felt miserable. I still felt like my life doesn't make any sense. Like there is no purpose in all of this. Like, why am I even doing this? Right? So, uh, in a way, I was hoping that someone is going to come and save me, that someone is going to make my happiness better for myself. But I've actually discovered that happiness is just like any other thing. It's like building a nice body, it's like building a investment portfolio. It's like building a relationship a little bit. It's just a thing that you need to work on, that you need to progress in and get better in. And nobody will do it for you. You have to realize that no one is going to save you. Now, the thing is, people can't do it for you, but I can give you the knowledge that I wish I had at this moment where I would have made a pivot, made a change, because the changes were quite simple when it comes to happiness, when it comes to enjoyment and satisfaction, because this is the big flex, right? People want to show you watches, right? They want to show you cars, Ferraris, and all of that. But I think that the big flex is being satisfied. It's actually being happy with where you are, right? And most people aren't happy. Most people are depressed. You might be depressed watching this. And this is a voice from someone who at points was depressed and is trying to make you show you the way out, because there is a way out. And I promise, if you do what I will tell you, you're going to get better. But I can only give you the information. I cannot apply this for you to your life. So before we even get into it, just apply the knowledge that I give you in this video. Use it. Build your happiness. Cultivate happiness. and enable it to improve all the areas of your life. So I always say that health is the foundation, right? If you don't have health, uh, and you have money, you have health, you have friends, you have all the other stuff, nothing exists. Well, happiness is like an enhancer. So whatever you have, even if it's not a lot, it's going to improve it. So you're going to get more for the things you have. Because a man who's happy can be happy with a cup of coffee. That's it. That's all he needs. But a man who is unhappy will be unhappy with $1 billion, $10 billion. The numbers don't matter. It's the attitude, it's the way of thinking, it's the habits, the routines, and all of that. First, let's discuss what the idea of happiness is, because it's like one of those words that people just throw around. Oh, I just want to be happy. I just want to do this. I just want to do that, and so on. But nobody ever defines what happiness is. And I will give you my definition of happiness and why it has been so life changing to me. First, happiness is not important feeling good. Huh? What? Yeah, it's not. Because there are moments where you can feel good, but you are still unhappy. There are moments where you will eat, for example, a donut, which makes you feel good, but you are still unhappy. This means that happiness is not feeling good. So, well, what is happiness then? Well, happiness is the feeling or thought that you don't want anything to be different in this moment. You don't want to be anywhere else. You don't want anything to change. You are satisfied with what you've got. And you're not trying to get more of it. You're not trying to hoard and collect stuff. You're satisfied with whatever you have. This doesn't mean you give up your ambition. It just means that you are satisfied with what you have and you're open to receiving more. But you already feel rich. You already feel abundant. You already feel like there is a lot of things in your life that you've never thought you would have, but you do have them right now. And so the definition of happiness that I want you to remember is not wanting anything to be different and not trying to change your current situation. Not trying to be somewhere else, be with someone else, eat someone else, have some. Sorry, eat something else. Don't eat someone else, and just trying being dissatisfied, because you can be dissatisfied with anything. It doesn't matter what your situation is. You can be dissatisfied as a billionaire sitting on a yacht, right? You can be like Elon Musk sitting on a yacht and you see Larry Ellison is overtaking your net and you're miserable. So it's not from at the outside. You will never get happiness from the outside. And you're playing a very dangerous game when you start giving the outside world the ability to decide whether you are happy or not. The happiness that I'm talking about is coming from within. It's like you, because the thing is, you can't buy a man who's satisfied with whatever he has. You can't just, it's a feeling you can't buy. It's, you cannot replicate this. You cannot fake this. When you see someone who's just happy with what they've got, right? They're satisfied. It's unbelievable. So it comes from the inside, not the outside world. Now, there is a thing where people confuse happiness with pleasure, which I've told you, you can feel good but still be unhappy. And this, a lot of it, because is pleasure is such a powerful signal for our body. Pleasure when you're eating something sweet, pleasure when you're kissing someone that you love, pleasure when you're watching a great TV show, a great movie, pleasure when you're buying new things. But pleasure is just like a combination of chemicals that your body gives you to feel good, for you to repeat that action in the future so that you have a higher chance of survival. This is what pleasure system, dopamine system, was designed for. It was designed for rewarding you for activities that make your survival more likely that make you better at surviving. And this system worked. Clearly, you're here, so it worked for your ancestors. But the thing is, pleasure is not happiness, and confusing pleasure and happiness will lead you to making the wrong choices and wrong decisions. Because instead of making the decision from abundance, from I am wealthy, I have everything that I need, how can I approach this situation? You're going to approach the situation from, oh my God, I need this, from the scarcity mindset of like trying to grab and like collect everything. Uh, the thing is, the problem with pleasure isn't the feeling good, because I want you to feel good, especially if you can, right? But it's the wanting that will kill you here, that will destroy your happiness. Because you will never eat a meal so big, you will never have to eat again. You cannot physically do this. You can't just go out and eat so much that you will be satisfied forever, right? Uh, and you cannot watch so much TV that you will never want to watch TV again. It's impossible. And you wanting to do it, because in the moment you're tricked. Your body goes like, oh, watch so much TV that you will never want to watch TV again. But the more TV you watch, the more TV you want to watch, right? uh, you can never buy enough things that you will be satisfied forever. It's impossible physically, right? Because your body always is always going to go. Your soul, your mind is going to go. Like, give me more, give me more. What else can we get? Come on, come on. You keep moving the goes higher, higher, and higher. And yeah, in a way, you know the thing is, so problem isn't feeling good about doing things, it's wanting more of the good feeling. So wanting the part where you're craving a feeling, that's what damages you. Because I love taking pleasure in things. I love eating a great meal and feeling good about it. But I think where we go wrong, where we make a mistake, is when we want more. Where we don't only want to eat this meal, but we're thinking about the next meal and what are we going to eat on the next meal? What are we going to eat on the next meal, right? You buy one thing and then you think, oh, what's the next thing that I can buy? What's the next thing that I can purchase? What's the next upgrade that I can make? So it's like this constant next, 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 next that takes you out of the present moment. And all happiness is found in the present moment, in being right here, right now, full and satisfied with what you've got. Uh, think about the times where you were most happy in your life. Probably you weren't doing anything special. You were just being present. You were just right here, right now, in the moment, doing whatever what was important at this time, not thinking about the future and not thinking about the past. Now, the question that I want to answer, help you answer today, and teach you about today is how you can become a more happy person, how you can actually become someone who is satisfied, who can receive more because they are grateful for what they've got, right? And the first thing is, you need to have a gratitude practice. Um, I wish it was different, but it's not. And anytime I forget about this, and anytime I stop trying to feel gratitude actively as a habit, like a workout in the gym, I get a little bit more anxious, I get a little bit more unhappy, a little bit more dissatisfied, and all of those things. And I know I catch myself of, when is the last time you felt grateful for something? Or why aren't you doing your gratitude practice? And I know that, like, if I don't do this, that my life, but I just, because when you practice gratitude regularly, you get happier. And then when you get happier, there is no need for the gratitude practice. You stop the gratitude practice, and then your happiness goes down. And then all of a sudden, you're like, oh, why am I unhappy? I stopped doing my gratitude practice, right? So it's just like this loop. And I'm not perfect in this department as well. I forget about my gratitude practice. I forget to do it. I forget to to sit down and do it. And when I'm happy, I just like throw it out altogether. But then like when the bad emotions hit, oh, that's like gratitude practice. Obviously, that's what I need to do. Now, a few things about gratitude. Just in practice. Okay, we'll get into the habits later, but realize how lucky you are, man. Realize how lucky you are, girl, woman. Uh, you live in a time where food is abundant. You go to the supermarket, you buy whatever you want, the chocolates, the crisps, the fruits, the vegetables, the rice, the meat. You can buy whatever you want. Think about, like, if you said that to a person 200 years ago, they would say that you are lying. Like, if you described how food works in the modern world to someone who lives in 1825, they would say, no way, it's impossible. Right? And it's just food. So, like, just that. Think about the impact it would have. So, but I'm not, like, food is one thing. Think about how many examples I can sit here for 5 hours. Think about water, clean water without bacteria that you can use every day. If you said that to a person 200 years ago, they'd be like, what? There is clean water? People are dying. There is disease everywhere, right? There is like, if you drink water, you die. People drink beer because drinking beer is safer than drinking water. You have water like that. Like, oh, right now, look at me. I have a glass of water. And I take that as like, oh, okay, normal. But like, think about how lucky we are. You have water, right? Think about the clothes. You can right now, you can buy clothes for so little. Warm clothes for the winter time, quality clothes, right? That are going to last you a long time. 200 years ago, you probably wore one thing for half of your life and you didn't wash it because there was no washing machines, no water. Realize this, come on. It's at the same time, you like the electricity that we have. If you would show a phone, like an, let's say you show a iPhone, not new one, let's say iPhone, like, let's say that, or even the new one would make people go crazy, but like you show a phone, a smartphone, to a person from the 1800s, they would think you are a god. Like you are like a magician. You can do things. You know languages, you can calculate, you can take photos, you can write notes, you can play games. They would think you're a magician, right? Well, for you, your phone is normal. Like, my phone, right? Okay, my TV, my computer. But it would be magic. They would be like, what is this? Oh my god. So, in a sense, no one is trying to attack you. No one's bombing you, hopefully, because there are people in the world who live in those circumstances. And you have like cleanliness. There's no dirt. Living conditions are so great. Now, think about it. It's probably better to be a poor person right now than it is to be the richest man in the world 200 years ago. I'm sorry to say it, but it's true. The access to medicine that you've got, the access to technology, the access to media, the access to videos that are free, right? It's like I'm taking a poor person in 2025 all day over the richest man in the world in 1810. So there's like what can you do with your money in 1810? Like not much, right? So just realize how lucky you are. Just change this mindset because uh, I mean, do you want to live in the 1800s? Not really, right? So be lucky that you live in 2025. But like right now, I think that the mindset is be lucky, and being grateful opens you up for receiving more. Because the man who feels like he has enough is going to receive more, and the rich get richer, and the poor get poorer. But it's not only in money, all right? It's also in happiness. The people who are happy, the people who are grateful, will be more happy, more grateful in the future. The people who are unhappy will get more unhappy in the future. The people who are low in energy will be lower. People who are high will be higher. That's just a basic law of the universe, right? So the satisfied person always gets more, of satisfaction, of resources, of money, of progress, of knowledge than the dissatisfied person. Realize this. Like, you not being happy is sabotaging yourself. It's sabotaging yourself, self growth. And the way to practice gratitude every day is to journal about it. It's to have a notebook where you write down things that you are grateful for. Simple. Don't like here, just essentialism. Sit down and write down three things you're grateful for. You can name the ones that I named today. I'm so grateful for the technology that I have available to me and how it enables me to learn anything that I want and start a business and watch videos online from a guy who's trying to educate me about happiness and so on, right? I am so thankful for the food that I have in my fridge because I can eat and I don't have to stress about surviving the next day. I'm so grateful for the clean water that I can drink because in the past people died from bacteria and I just don't have to worry about it. I can be clean, I can be sanitized and so on. So you just write down those things once a day. No negotiable, by the way. Find a time where you can do this, morning, evening, but just do this. Second one is where does the unhappiness come from as well? So like gratitude gives you the feeling of happiness because when you feel grateful, you are automatically happy because you don't want anything to be different. Our definition, remember, right? But the second part is unhappiness usually comes from comparing yourself to other people. Now I want to give you a story. Tiger Woods, the golfer. Uh, Many people look at him from the outside, right? They look at the contracts that he got, the amount of money that he earned, the fame, the women, the cars, the wealth, and they say, "Oh, I want to be like Tiger Woods." Now, Tiger had a really interesting childhood. What a way to say it. His father, from I think he started playing at the age of 5 or at the age of 6. He started playing golf, and his father would racially and mentally abuse him while he was playing. So he would say things to him like, "You will never be good enough. You will never achieve anything in your life. You will become a failure. They are going to hate you because your skin is black," and so on. So he would racially abuse him, mentally abuse him, just like based like imagine this is his father. This is the person that's supposed to love him unconditionally, right? And to the point where they had a safe word that Tiger could say this word and his father would stop, and the word was enough. But the thing is, Tiger never said this word. He never said enough. Imagine this, right? And you comparing yourself to Tiger Woods is it's nonsense because you are trying to take the good things from his story, which is the fame, which is the wealth, which is the success, but you're trying to eliminate that part where the person that was supposed to love him the most abandons, like not abandons him, but uh, abuses him and like kills his confidence and like just torments him, tortures him. So just the comparison is very limited because you're comparing limited fields. You're not taking it all. But from now on, whenever you compare yourself to another person, first of all, just let go of comparison if you can. But your body will naturally, your mind will naturally compare you to other people. So just remember, keep your guardian, your inner guardian aware. You have to take the whole story. If you want to get the things that Tiger Woods had, you need to take the bad with it as well. Whole story, not a part of it, not the best part. What's the whole life of this person? If you would switch lives with them, okay, you get you have my permission to be jealous. But if you only want the best things, like this is not a real comparison. You're just like picking things that you want. You have to take the whole thing. Same with Michael Jordan. People say, "Oh, I would love to be like Michael Jordan. I would love to be this sort of person with this success, this billionaire, the contracts, the shoes, the fame, the women, and all of that." Michael Jordan, when you win with him in a game of, let's say, poker or football or basketball and so on, will hate you and he will not sleep for 2 weeks until he can beat you. He's like a hyper competitor. And think about that life. When someone beats you in something, you can't sleep for 2 weeks. You're obsessing, you're hating this person. Do you want this life? Would you trade lives with him? Would you trade all the events that happened to him? Like the scrutiny, you can't go outside, people are watching you, the controversies, the hate, the death threats, all of that. Would you take that life? Ask yourself. Okay, so the lesson with comparison is you can't pick parts. You have to take the whole story. Okay, so stop comparing yourself to other people totally. If you do, compare yourself to their whole story. Don't look at one element, one area that you are terrible at, because they might have maximized in that area, but the rest of their life is terrible. Okay, so look at the whole story. Now, the last thing is, and I love this one, by the way, do things that make your heart and soul dance and shine. Now you know what I'm talking about. The activities where your heart feels like it's dancing, where your soul feels like it's having fun. The activities that give you this feeling like you were a child, like you were young, where you were so curious and full of energy and you were trying things out and you were experimenting and you were using your imagination to play and to create stuff, and there was no limits on the things that you were doing, right? So figure out what those activities are for you. Where are the activities where you feel like a child, where your heart feels like it's dancing, when your soul feels like it's playing and discovering the universe, okay? And then do those things often. I will give you some example. For me, for example, workouts. When I go to the gym and I'm having a workout, but not like a scientifically perfect workout. Oh my God, Jeff Nipper do this, right? When I'm having like a play, fun workout with my friend, with my best friend, and we're just like pumping, we're doing like machines. And I feel like a little kid. I feel like a child. I feel like my soul is dancing. Like my heart is just like into the rhythm going, right? And same with dinners with family. When I'm eating with the people that I love, with my angels, I feel like my soul is dancing. I feel like like I am alive, right? I just want to get into it. I want to get more life. I have this hunger for life when I do this. Going on holidays, on dream trips, right? And like just experiencing cities, like you're like, oh wow, look at this, look at that. You're letting go, you're shedding of the negativity and all of that. Like your heart is just having a party. Your soul is dancing, right? And for me, another one is showing love to people that are very important to me and giving them gifts, buying them things that I think are valuable for them, right? It also makes my heart dance. It also makes my soul smile and shine, right? And uh, this might sound like, oh my God, positivity for you, but experiment, try that. You know what activities I'm talking about. You know the ones where you feel like a little kid on Christmas morning. So find those activities and do them, okay? In short, in summary, happiness is not wanting more, right? And you can be unhappy as a billionaire on a yacht, and you can be happy having nothing, no food, but you're just satisfied with what you've got. So happiness comes from the inside, not from the outside. And it's not wanting the situation to be different. Not confusing happiness with pleasure is an important one, because pleasure is like a system that was designed for you to feel good doing things that make your survival more likely. Feel the pleasure, but remember the problem is wanting more pleasure, not feeling the pleasure, right? So the man who is never satisfied with food while he's eating, right? Just enjoy it. Let the pleasure be there, but have the awareness that it's not going to last forever. So cherish it, but you cannot always feel pleasure. And how to become a more happy person? Well, realize how lucky you are where living in this time of history where you're free, you have so many opportunities. It's the best time we've ever had. And journal about gratitude every day. So have a gratitude practice. That was step one. And step two, when you were comparing yourself to other people, just either stop it totally. But I know you have this system in your mind that's comparing you and like ranking you socially. So you have to take the whole story. When you see someone successful, realize that they probably have some harder, darker times, and you've never seen them. So you need to take their success with those darker times, not only their success right now. You need to take the whole journey, not a part of it. And the last one is the things that make your heart and soul shine and dance. Okay, dancing and shining. The activities where you feel like a little kid on Christmas Day, and the ones that make you just smile inside, that you do for the purpose of doing them, not for the purpose of impressing someone or getting somewhere, just for the sake of it, right? When you're authentic to your true self. Now, this was for how to improve your happiness. If you've listened this far, if you were this far, leave a thumbs up on YouTube, subscribe for more, rate my podcast on Spotify. As many stars as you give me, this will be your multiplier on happiness. 5 stars is 5x. I'm joking, but come on. I gave you the advice how to be happy. How can you not give me 5 stars for this? And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Also, if you want more advice, if you want to get the lessons, the best piece of work I do all week is my article that I write for my newsletter, Build for More. First link in the description, sign up and get one life-changing, valuable letter from me where I put my best lessons and best information, and when I change your life with this one piece of writing. I was Adrian, and see you in the next one.